Super Dave here with another Super Dave review. This is a Super Dave special review. Super Dave here with another exciting review, and this is a special review. This is a Figma character. I have been wanting to get a hold of a Princess Zelda for a while. I missed out on the older Figma Zelda princess that had the dress. That was beautiful. And those are going for crazy prices in the aftermarket. But I was able to pre-order the Tears of the Kingdom version and just take a look. Finally, my Links will have a princess. I've got the Tears of the Kingdom Link as well as one of the older Links in the green outfit. And I'm excited about pairing either one of them with this one, but especially the Tears of the Kingdom. That figure is just awesome. And she's going to go right along with him. And I'm excited to check it out. Just look at that. It looks like she's praying. I love that. It looks just like she's praying. And so that is awesome. I believe she's going to go right along with my Masters of the Universe world, my Masterverse, my Eternia world, but I'm going to be reviewing her over here with the Cat's Lair. We just got through looking at King Lion-O, so I want to take a look at our Princess Zelda over here inside of the Cat's Lair with some of the gang. We've got some Motu characters and some Thundercats characters along with some others. So come on over and let's check her out. And here we are on Third Earth in the Cat's Lair with some friends that have come to visit, along with Link from Tears of the Kingdom. King Lion-O is on the scene, along with some Masters of the Universe from Eternia figures. It is time to take a look at Princess Zelda. And let's first take a look at her accessories. She comes with 5 sets of hands. She comes equipped with those balled up fisted hands. She's got a open palm flying slap you hand. She's got a grappling looking hand. It kind of showed in the back of the box some kind of light coming from those. We don't get any kind of effect like that. Then we have the weapon holding hand, and then another specialty type hand. I think this is the one that will allow us to hold the Purapad. And there's the Purapad, and she comes with the broken sword. And also we get another set of hands, which these are together. It's like praying hands that are clasped together. She gets 3 head sculpts, as you see. She gets this smiling, very passive, meek-looking face. She also gets more of a stoic, stern, plain face, as well as a meditating, praying face. And then, of course, the Figma stand that we typically get. And so that is a look at her accessories. Now let's take a look at our Princess Zelda's articulation. Alright, bringing our Princess Zelda on in here so we can take another look at her with this particular setup. It does work. I will go ahead and warn you, she has pretty limited articulation, but she is able to achieve this, so that is good. And the reason I say limited is because there's no butterfly joint, there's no bicep swivel, so it does limit the ability, but you have to really work at it, and even now, there's a lot of pressure. I mean, the only thing holding these hands together, well, the hands are already together, but the only thing holding these pegs in this unified handset is just the pure fact that the pegs are up in there. I think if I pulled it apart, they'd pop open a little bit because that's how tight it is. But just wanted to show you that. And we'll go ahead and start off with the head articulation. she's going to be able to look up about that much. Of course, I know she's got her eyes closed. So what we'll do now is go ahead and I'll show you how to swap this head. And you just basically, like we've seen so many times before, you pop off this face plate and then you replace it whichever face that you want. So we'll go ahead and use the one that we haven't seen yet, which is this one. And you just plug the peg right on in there, just like so. And you can see there's her more of a plain looking face. And she's going to be able to look down all the way. And that head is going to shift front and back, because as you see, the neck is also on a peg. So she's going to be able to get some head pivot as well. I'll go ahead and show you the looking up again, since we've got eyes open this time. Looking down, looking side to side, getting some real good expressiveness going on there. So there you have it. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you how to swap out these hands again. You see these tiny little pegs are up in there, so you're just going to take it as carefully as possible and just kind of wiggle it loose on this side, because you've got this side's got a bracelet covering that ball joint. So we're just going to wiggle that loose, hopefully. I'm almost wondering if I should heat it up, because it is cold. Oh, that side popped off first. Okay, so the side I wasn't expecting. So we'll go ahead and put that there. Alright, go ahead and grab this side. There we go. Pop it loose, and see, you can see that she has that little triangle shape on the back of her hand there, and even with her fingers clasped, you can still see a little bit of that. Not on this side, but you can on this side, so that's cool. Alright, but that little hand, see, it's got dual holes, and those hands are molded together, so that's pretty interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that in an action figure before personally. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and equip two other hands. All you have to do is just plug them right into these pegs, and it is a ball joint, so it goes vertical or horizontal depending on which way you have that ball joint position there. Alright, so you are going to be able to get full 360 with that arm joint. You're just going to have to be real careful with it, because everything's really tight. She will get not quite a T pose. She'll go about that far. Again, no bicep swivel, no swivel here, but she does have a swivel at the elbow, and it doesn't go all the way. It just goes in about that far and out about that far before you start feeling it kind of hit up against this elbow piece right here. But it will go all the way out, all the way. And like Figma, a lot of times they have this awkward little piece right here that's kind of ugly, but technically it is double joints, because there's a peg going in here and a peg going in there. So it is a double joint, and it'll go all the way up to her face like so. So really good range there, and you can see it here. Now see, they could have put a bicep swivel right there and hit it right there at that, but they didn't. Now you can swivel a little bit at the shoulder. It does kind of move a little bit in and out, like there's a rotation inside of that shoulder, so that does move some, but you know, you're just going to have to kind of explore. But this does rotate here, and I've already shown you that you have either vertical or horizontal hinges at the wrist depending on which way you have the ball joint. Now I went ahead and equipped that pair of hands that will hold her Purapad, but let me show you the diaphragm first. she's going to be able to not really crunch forward much at all, just very slightly there, but she will go back a little bit like that. And then you have another, I don't know if you call this stomach, it's right at her stomach, but usually you have it at the waist, but it's really more the stomach. So if you include that, you're going to be able to crunch forward more, as you see. And then if you include that again, you are going to be able to bend back a decent amount. There's a hole in the back for you to use that stand that she has, Figma stand. Now, none of these clothes are removable that I can tell. It's real hard plastic. The upper part has a little bit of a, I don't know, it's hard to tell if that's hard plastic or if it has a give to it. It's kind of does. I'll show you that you can bend it over that way. And you can bend it that way. So yeah, she gets the hula hoop action going on pretty good there. And be careful, there's a little plastic piece right here that could pop off if you go too crazy with it. Let's see. Yeah, you're going to be able to turn a little bit. But again, you don't want to break that piece. But you're not going to be able to turn all the way. Let's see if there's any movement at the waist. I don't feel any. So none of that moves. And so the legs are only going to go out that far. You can't pull that out this way either. So that's as far as the legs are going to go. And as far as walking, that's as far as a stride as you're going to be able to get. See the little bracelet around her anklet, I guess you'd call it. You are going to be able to do that. And then you have single jointed knees, but they're up in there. You're not going to really be able to utilize them. That's as far as it's going to bend. But you do get some thigh rotation up in there, as you can see. See that knee moving? You get that's going all the way up in here. You have a thigh rotation. Then she's going to be able to get full tiptoes, go up all the way, and get some rockers. No peg hole. She does have toe hinge, as you see there. And the forward-facing pin, yeah, it does allow for some. It's not crazy amount. So obviously with the design of her dress, she is limited to how much she can pose, but she can pose. Now let's go ahead, and I said that these hands are designed specifically for this. And as you can see, used a little Pura pad here. I think we can just go ahead and pop that in there. Yep. And then take this one and pop that over there. Then since I have it already vertically hinged, voila, looks great. You turn up the brightness just a tad so that you can see. Looks very natural, and she's looking right at it. Let's look over her shoulder a minute. See the little design on the screen there? Looking really cool. You can see the little eye design that is on the device. So just really cool looking. She has a nice shape. Just a very pretty action figure. Like the way she's got her hair. And again, you can take that Figma stand that she came with and can plug that in, and whatever powers you decide that you want your princess to have, maybe you want her to be able to levitate. I went ahead and put her hands that kind of look like that together, and take a look at that. Isn't that cool? so she can levitate. All right, now let's do some comparisons. And here is Princess Zelda next to our adventurer, Link himself, as he's looking onto the pad and she's sharing her screen. She's allowing him to see what she's seeing. And doesn't that look just dynamite? Looks really good. Looks good there. They look fabulous together. Beautiful princess and her warrior, Link. And in case you don't have the Tears of the Kingdom Link, but you have one of the traditional looking Link figures that Figma did early on, you could use this one. And there are other versions, but he's obviously a bit shorter, but I did not get his princess who had the beautiful flowing dress. She's just going for outrageous prices, as I mentioned earlier. But this one's beautiful too. She's a little bit, I guess she's taller. I don't have that one, so I'm assuming that one was more in scale, with the Link being that the other Link is taller than this Link. But you can see how they look together. If you wanted to pair them together, you could. And here is Link and our Princess Zelda next to Aaliyah Alopex, our fox girl from the Mystic Lands, who is a mechanic. And I just did a review on her, so if you want to check that out, I didn't say it in the video, but I'm going to say it now. I did in my bio description that I give her a 10 out of 10. That's right, a 10 out of 10. She is amazing. This Leah Alopex. Now, this action figure is just so incredible. And my first fox, even though in the review, half the review, I called her a cat. But anyway, she is just awesome. You can pose her eyes, her ears, everything. She is just perfect. Her tool belt that's removable, she can pose that tail in 3 sections. So it's just awesome. I'm actually using it now to prop her up because that tail is very heavy. But anyway, check my review on her. But look, these, even though she's not a Figma character, they match in with this quality of figures here, these collectible figures. I mean, she does. And Princess Zelda looks great beside our Leah Alopex, the fox girl, the mechanic. And just like I said about Aaliyah Alopex, or Alopex, the fox girl, I'm going to say it about Queen Zelda. She's very expressive with her ability, her hands, and especially her head. There's not a whole lot you can do from the waist down, but as far as her upper body, she's very expressive. And just look how cool. This is Hayak. That's short for his long name. Hayak from Metal Slug 3. Got a review up on him too if you want to check him out. But I put him in with my Masters of the Universe. I think he's dressed for it. I think he looks the part, and I like his beard, and I like the fact that his mouth is articulated. Yeah, you can actually move his mouth, and his eyes are all covered up. But he's just a lot of fun. Very easy to pose around, and he's about their size, so this works out great. I could actually see him being a character in Zelda. And if you wanted to throw some Thundercats in with your Zelda figures, which I think is cool. I mean, you know, you got to have a universe, a multiverse for them. Then here is Wily Kit next to Princess Zelda. She's holding her surfboard, her hoverboard, I should say, and she's telling her all about it. And Princess Zelda is very interested, and she's giving her undivided attention. She finds it fascinating. But you can see their scale, their size, even with Snarf here, looks good with them. Looks really good. Now, if you wanted to put some of your Masters of the Universe figures along with your Zelda figures, you could. And all three of these are Masterverse, but they have Hordak MX head sculpts. Now, Man-at-Arms helmet is the one that came with the new Eternia Man-at-Arms, but that face, that head is a Hordak MX head sculpt. You can check out my reviews on those. But there they are with them, and Princess Zelda saying, no,
it's my honor, He-Man, to meet you and Tila and Man-at-Arms.
They're looking great together. And thank you so much for joining us for this Super Dave review. I've enjoyed it with you. Hope you have. And I think these go great with Thundercats and Masters of the Universe and whoever else in your mythos and your, mythic legions, whatever you might have that would, they're go in scale with any of these that I've shown you, really. But, these elf looking figures like Link and Princess Zelda, and even Leah back there, can definitely go with your universe, your multiverse. And their heads are the right scale, even if they're shorter. You can see their heads are, large enough to fit right in. So anyway, thank you again and be blessed. Here's some photos in the photo gallery.